Welcome back, another episode. Although we didn't have much time with Buck and Tommy in the climax, what we did obtain from them was invaluable. The following is a real conversation between the couple on how Bobby is to Buck like a second father. As Tommy apologized for being late, stating that the fire was an incredible experience, Buck answered, "So are you." It was undoubtedly their nicest exchange since Maddie and Chimney's nuptials. We are here to see the constant display of lustful energy from these two. Bobby's return to the 118 under new leadership, which is basically the stupidest, meanest, most racist, homophobic option imaginable, means that he now has a new battle on his agenda for Season 8. That was only one of several dramatic finale revelations, which also included Christopher's surprising turn of events in Hen and Karen's ongoing adoption battle with Mara and their startling response to Eddie's adultery. Let's begin with the last surprise. Gerard will now formally assume command of the 118 as its new captain. Guzman expresses the sentiment of the whole fan base in response to the shocking turn of events. "We're losing Bobby again. Wait a minute," I thought to myself. And to this, bozo. Eddie isn't particularly familiar with Gerard yet, but based on what he's been told, Guzman claims he's the worst part of a human being. Does this mean Eddie will be driven to return to his past as a masculine man who keeps his feelings to himself? Will Eddie be forced to return to a version of himself that didn't help him get well as a result of it? Who knows? All sorts of turmoil can ensue if you take that away. Athena Grant did the thing. Thinking that Amir was the one who sparked the fire and accusing herself of admitting him into their house, Athena Grant began pointing her revolver about until she received an answer. They accomplished the task, even though they weren't the answers she was hoping for, namely, that the fire was caused by Bobby and Amir's cartel adversaries. Bobby and Amir had a final reunion among the ashes of Amir and Athena's house. Cross will recall this scene as very meaningful, particularly when Bobby displayed his medal, which served as a reminder to Bobby of the dedication that he feels towards the service of firefighting. Does Christopher actually have to go? Christopher is still unable to forgive Eddie for cheating on Marisol with the doppelganger of his deceased mother, even after Eddie made every attempt to make amends, including calling in the big guns, aka Buck. Eddie was unaware that when Christopher called his grandparents, they took a plane from Texas to assist, which in the end meant providing a home for Christopher to stay while he dealt with his father's treachery. Regarding Eddie and Christopher's final moments together, Guzman remarks, "That was a very difficult scene." What about Marisol, too? Even though this hasn't been confirmed officially, we have a feeling Marisol won't be returning to assist Eddie in rediscovering who he is. When it came to Eddie's time with Marisol, Guzman admits, "I liked working with." At this time, though, Guzman acknowledges that it would be very hard to breathe life into that relationship. It doesn't seem good for future appearances since Marisol wasn't present in the season finale. The happy ending of Henron. Despite the evil councilwoman's best attempts, Mara will get to stay in Hen and Karen's lives, which was the best news to come out of the finale. Maddie and Chimney were given permission to temporarily shelter Mara after a distressing visit to her new group home, where it was evident that the poor girl was miserable. Even though they are unable to live together at this time, Mara can still be a member of the Wilson family. For more videos, subscribe.